Hey guys, Lego Prime Films here, and this is my Lego Dark of the Moon Berserker. Yeah, I think this guy turned out pretty good. Sorry for taking so long with the video. I just realized it's been like 5 or 6 months since I built a Lego Transformer. But this guy was pretty fun to build. He's very complex, probably my most challenging build yet, but he was also probably my most enjoyable one. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Here's a full 360 view. So yeah, I mean, considering his robot mode doesn't have many vehicle parts showing, and me being able to hide most of those vehicle parts, his vehicle mode is pretty clean. There's a few spaces that I like to fill in, but even the back doesn't look too bad though. Managed to fill in all these pieces together. He does roll, which is nice too. That always makes things better. He has more tabbing joints than most of my other Transformers did too. I think this guy has 2. He's got 2. So not many, but still enough to hold them together. He holds together very well. He's not going anywhere. I guess I'll do a few size comparisons now. Here he is by my Dark of the Moon Leadfoot. And I didn't really realize how dusty this guy is, so just excuse that. You guys actually look pretty cool together. Here he is by my Revenge of the Fallen Jolt. These guys also look really cool together. Berserker is definitely my best looking vehicle mode that I have out of all the cars. I say Optimus overall is probably the best looking, but out of these cars, Berserker definitely wins that. And he's a little pain to transform, but once everything's in place, he doesn't go anywhere. Jolt doesn't really have anywhere that tabs in. And for a random comparison, here he is by my Soundwave, G1 Soundwave. Completely random. They don't go together. I didn't have time to transform my Optimus Prime before this video because I'm in a time crunch, so in a few weeks or months, if I take forever, I will post some size comparisons on my Instagram page. So make sure you go check that out. And if you want some more close-up pictures of Berserker, then those will also be on there. That's basically it. There's not really much to talk about this guy. He looks pretty cool. He's probably my best design yet. I did make him some weapons this time. I know I'm really bad about that. But he's got these spear thingies or whatever, and I'll show those off more in his robot mode. That's basically it though, so let's go ahead and get to the transformation. Just bear with me, a couple pieces might fall off here and there, but it's just because he's pretty fragile in some places. First thing you want to do is bring these pieces up. Get this section and bring it down just a little bit. Get this piece and bring it out. Same for the other side. Get this front pieces and hinge them up. And these are separate. Go just like that. And it actually already did it for me, but these pieces will untab from there. Next thing you want to do is kind of just make way for this whole section here. It will hinge forward, out of the way just like that. Next, what you want to do is get these arms and just hinge them out. Just like that, and that will reveal his head. Alright, let's go ahead and do this first. First thing you want to do is just get these pieces, bring them out of the way. Get these pieces and untab this, and that will give clearance for these circle stud pieces to rotate out like that. Now you want to get this piece here and rotate it and bring it in. Get this piece and rotate it and bring it in. Coming around to the back, you want to untab this section here, and these pieces will just stay down like that, and move his arms up, and that'll give clearance to separate this, and this will eventually become the legs. Now let's go ahead and get this piece and bring it forward just for now. Come around, sorry if it's hard to see, rotate this leg, get this leg and rotate it as well. Okay. Now, first thing you want to do is rotate this piece here, get this piece and bring it in, rotate that piece out, get this piece, bring it in, get this wheel and rotate it. Oh. Rotate it around and just like that. Get this piece and bring it in. Get this piece, bring it out for now. Rotate this piece forward, bring that out. Now this piece will just barely, it'll rotate around like that and rotate this. And now get this piece, hinge it up. And this piece will rotate around there. Push this in a little bit. And this piece will come up. And this piece it'll get in the way a little bit. You can just rotate it in like that, just to get it out of the way. Okay, and you want to do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now that his legs are all done, let's go ahead and move up to the torso. Get these pieces and rotate them out. Just like that. Next thing you want to do is get these window pieces, which will become his arms. Bring them forward. And rotate it around just like that. And do the same for the other side. Next thing you want to do, his head just has just enough clearance to come around. Like that. And now put his arms in place. So bring him forward. Now we can, we'll do that last. Okay, coming to the back now. I'm gonna bring these pieces out just like that, and this piece will hinge forward. Come down just like that. And this next piece is tough, so hang on a second. This piece here will rotate around. This piece will rotate around, and these actually come forward, and these gray sections here will tab into this to create the rest of his chest. Try to get his dreads out of the way. Okay, hinge that forward, and his back has to be in the exact spot in order for this to work. There, that actually hinges down. You can see it in there. Okay, now you get this piece right down and in, and that will tab in place. and then you'll rotate this piece ever so slightly, just like that, and you do the same for the other side. Just like that. Now let's go ahead and do his arms real quick. This piece will just rotate down. This piece here will rotate and come down just like that. And this section will rotate up all the way, and this piece will come in. And now this piece will rotate. Bring that in, just like that. Okay. And then hidden inside of his arm, I'm going to show you, is his third claw, fourth claw. So that piece will come forward and around, and that'll be his thumb. And I like to rotate that piece a little bit, just like that. So there's one of his arms, all done. Do the same for the other side. Okay, now that that section's finished, these pieces here you can just push in. His arms will just come out like that. Coming around to the back here, this piece will come down and rotate just like that. And that'll just sit right there, because now this piece will rotate out a little bit, come in just like that. This section will rotate down and it'll sit just like that. This piece rotates and sits on top of there, and you do the same for the other side. Now for the final part, to reveal his dreads, you'll bring this piece out, rotate it out just like that. Bring this piece out, rotate it out. This piece will come forward, bring his head up, bring this piece down, and down, and just like that. This piece here will come forward, rotate down. This piece will come forward and rotate down, just like that. Okay, and here is my Lego Dark of the Moon Berserker all transformed. So yeah, this guy is pretty sweet. I mean, all of his vehicle parts really blend together in the robot mode, making them seem almost hidden. He does have a lot of pieces showing, like his arms. You can see the windshield, or the windows and stuff like that, but really, as I said, it all blends together. The only thing I wish I could have changed is maybe a little more black up here or a little more gray down here, but with the way that everything folded out and transformed, it wasn't really possible to do. Also, I didn't even know they made gold Lego pieces in these like bars or whatever, but that's pretty cool that they do, because it worked out because of his golden dreads. Yeah, this guy is pretty cool. I'll go ahead and give you 360 now. Okay. I mean, I managed to hide most of his vehicle parts, and it doesn't look too bad back here, and I'll show you the reason for the sort of like arched back or whatever. Yeah, I gotta go slow because this guy's ankles are pretty wobbly because of the clips that he has on them, because they just fold back and forth. Just like that. So yeah, this guy's pretty cool. He's honestly leaning towards being my favorite Transformer I've made, next to Optimus Prime. I don't really have much to say about this guy in robot mode. I'll go ahead and get to his weapons. Here are his weapons located on his back. The same spot that they were. The only time they showed him was during the Mexican standoff with him, the two other Decepticons, and Sideswipe and Ironhide. So yeah, it's pretty simple. It just tabs on to this piece down there, and these fit perfectly into his back. That's why there's a little extra spacing down there for this. This is just a simple spear with a few Technic pieces placed over it and this on it. I accidentally used a wobbly spear in the studio when I made it on Bricklink, but that was the only one available, so this is what I stuck with. This is the only silver one that I could use, but I'm not really too worried about that. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, here he is posed with his weapons. I'm just going to say it took me like 5 minutes to get him in a standing position where he wouldn't fall over, mainly because of his wobbly ankle joints. He looks pretty cool once he is displayed, but he's not very posable in his robot mode unless he's standing straight up. But yeah, either way, this guy looks pretty cool. I made one for each hand. Basically, they just slipped inside his fingers like that, how a weapon would. So yeah, I'm gonna give this guy a solid 9 out of 10 for accuracy. He does have a little bit more black than I would have liked, because in the movie he's mainly like silver, dark gray. But either way, this guy is definitely worth it. For a few size comparisons, here he is by my Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, and I just want to say, for some weird reason, these guys look really cool together. I don't know, it's just the messy Transformer next to the pretty clean Transformer. Yeah, alright, let's move on. Here he is by my Lego Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime / Revenge of the Fallen. I don't know if I showed everyone, but I did make him new chest pieces. These are his old ones. I think the Dark of the Moon chest pieces look pretty cool anyway. Yeah, Berserker is probably a little big. He could probably be a little bit shorter, but honestly, he's not too far off. I know my Optimus Prime size is basically perfect with a minifigure. Here is one right now, which I forgot to do in car mode. So yeah, it's pretty close. Either way, they look really good together. No more updates for Optimus. I might build different ones. I want to build a G1 Optimus Prime sometime sooner rather than later in the future. Not sure how it'll turn out, and I'm not sure if I'll do it, but he's definitely near the top of my list. Here he is by my Dark of the Moon Shockwave, and I gotta say, these guys also look pretty cool together. Yep, not much to say about this guy. Here these two are from the back. Just wanted to show that because I think these are the only two Dark of the Moon villains I actually have. Yeah, they look pretty cool. And for the final size comparison, here he is by Laserbeak. Not really a good comparison, just wanted to show these guys together because they look pretty cool. Oh yeah, that's right, Laserbeak's my other Dark of the Moon guy. I have mainly Dark of the Moon characters because, let's be honest, that was peak Transformers and arguably the best Transformers movie. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Not really much else to say about this guy. I'm not sure who I'll build next. As I said, G1 Prime is near the top of my list. Sorry for the bad camera quality because I had to film this pretty quickly because I haven't had much time to film or anything like that. Again, if you want to see more pictures of him, you can go ahead and check out my Instagram. It is the same as my YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description. Thanks for watching. That's basically it.